We are back in the Forever World. We're picking up where we left off. We just started working on the roof and the floor. So I'm thinking my first task today is uh, let's get some more deep slate and some more stone. I know that I want to wrap up the shell of the house. Not I'm not bored per se, but I'm definitely like ready to see some real progress with that. So, without further ado, I think I'm gonna grab a couple iron and then make another um, iron pick, and then we're gonna go down there and just grab just several stacks of those materials. I'm gonna put a few things away. We don't need those. But yeah, I'm really liking how the house is looking so far. I think one thing that is um, that I definitely need to take on as soon as we're done with the shell of the house is getting a more stable food source. Because as it is, um, eating rotten flesh and stuff like that is not really viable. Speaking of food, though, let's go check on our little tiny farm. Because I think that'll probably be the way to go. Oh, you know what? I do have a bucket now. I could move the farm closer to the house. What is that? Oh, it's a horse. I think it was over. Yes, it's over here. Wheat's done. We got lots of seeds too. The worms are back at it too. Okay, that's mature. That is too. Let's just do this. We're expanding. We're trying to take up as much wheat space as possible. Let's see. That's mature. Okay, awesome. Okay, we're really starting to get a return on these, which I think is good. In particular, the potatoes. So we're starting to get like hit that exponential growth point where we're getting a lot more each harvest. So I'm just gonna do that. I think that's a good expansion, and then we're gonna just bake these potatoes. You can also get like I think pretty into the food if you want to in this mod pack. So that could be a fun thing to explore. Maybe we'll create Gage's culinary masterpiece school or something. You know, the Gage Nesbitt School of Cooking. Um, I know that would be a hit. Everybody wants to attend, but enrollment is limited at this time. Let's see here. Okay. That's okay. We're as soon as this food's cooked, we're gonna go down there because I think I want to get a move on with that roof stuff. So you know what? That's good enough. We don't need that many down there with us. So down we go across the beautiful dirt bridge that hopefully will not be dirt for too much longer. I think that would be a nice little building project to work on next. Like just a small little bridge to get over that, you know, also looks somewhat visually appealing. Let's see here. We're just gonna break this. Awesome. I'm gonna get like 4 stacks, I think. I could probably stand to get some. I should have brought torches. That was totally an error on my part. I bet you we could find more coal this way. We haven't really gone this way. Because I should probably equip that. But let's see what's over here. What's this? No, this is not iron. That was what faked us out last time. But that is coal, which is what we want. So I make my way downtown here and okay, we are going to reinvest that coal into here. Cool. Let's think about this. Oh, we got more urns. I decided to title one of the previous episodes based on the urns. We're accidental grave robbers again. Let's see, what did we get? Iron nuggets, bones, and flax seeds. Super valuable stuff. I'm really glad. We found that. Oh, there's an Enderman. This is just such a massive cave system. It's pretty neat. I am going to grab another stack here. I think that's all I want of that. I don't care about these items, so I want to clear up some space. Let's take a. I don't want to get that guy mad at me. I think I'm gonna go back this other way because I already have an established route down to the deep slate. But I just want to be able to gather enough here right now so I don't have to. Oh, where is this guy? I hear him. I don't know. I don't like that I can't hear him. Is he down here? It sounds like he's coming from that way, but whatever. We're going down here. Anyways, I wanna be able to gather all the materials. Something that I just thought of is I know there are backpacks in this game, and that is something that I know I said I wanted to focus mostly on you know, vanilla items and stuff, but I feel like that's a nice little quality of life thing. And I don't remember them being super difficult to make, so I'm thinking that it's probably worth it to get one of those, and that way we have a lot more storage space with us on the go, because we're no stranger to running out of inventory space. Okay, let's look at this. I definitely will need more. I'm gonna have to use some stone tools, which is fine. Let's make 2. Oh, actually, we have a couple already. I should have brought more. I guess I didn't really calculate how many. That was probably a little dangerous. Hey, there's our furnace from earlier. Maybe we could go down there. I think I remember there being coal in it, so, or like I accidentally left the coal in it. I could be wrong, but I guess I am wrong. But oh, maybe it wouldn't even make sense to smelt that because I don't have enough to make a pick. But you know what? It's down here. We'll do that. Can't hurt. Ooh, is that diamond? It sure is. Okay. That's awesome. Okay. I should make sure to grab some of this. I need a few more torches. Okay, we know this is over here. What do you have? You have a pick? Is it copper? I hear another something. Okay, yeah, Ooh, what is this? An enchanted scroll of unobtainium site? Oh, that looks interesting. I am definitely... Oh, so it's sort of like a potion? Can be used on... I don't know what unobtainium site is necessarily. Oh, this is iron as well. Oh. Why? I don't know what that's about. What does this do? It doesn't work. That's what it doesn't do. But maybe I feel like I'm probably missing something with that thing, but I don't care. We're just gonna use this. I don't care about the worms. Probably don't really need the 3 bones either. Interesting. Okay. Let's cook up some of that. Get those diamonds. Oh, where is the skeleton? I hear him. It's got to be really close because I don't like that. Not knowing where it is a little freaky. Okay. Oh, where actually were those diamonds? Did I lose them? I lost the diamonds, you guys. It's up there. I'm gonna leave him alone. Right here. How many? We got 4 diamonds. Okay. Excellent. I'm hoping this is the most animated you have to see me is when I find diamonds. Because if I'm more animated than that, then something's probably gone wrong. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Like I'm out somewhere on a grand adventure and I die with stuff, probably is what could happen. I definitely... Oh, there's more diamonds right here. We are on a roll. I really should probably just trash that. I definitely should eat some of the food that I spent some time getting. See how many... Okay, we definitely have enough. Or, I hope so. Maybe... Yeah, I think that it sounds a little spooky down there, so... We're just gonna... Oh, the lapis? That's kind of cool. Well, it seems like this is a really mineral-rich area, so... I think this is a pretty good mine, or ravine, I guess, that we, sort of spawned near. I think it's cool too, like we really didn't have to go far from like our initial spawn. We're only a few hundred blocks from the world spawn. I'm gonna grab this. Oh, it just occurred to me I left that iron in the furnace. Or did I? Yes, I did. You know, I have to say, this is some of the most fun I've had just making content before. This guy's sneaking up on me. I don't want to say it's low effort. I mean, but it kind of is. Oh, shoot. That's not good. I just hope the creeper doesn't pop down here. I don't. Anyways, what I was saying is I feel like this is the most fun I've had making content just because what is this? Curse of Bones? Sure, we'll get rid of the stickiest stick. It's pretty easy to make and it feels genuine to what I would enjoy watching, and I think that makes it all the more fun. So I'm hoping that that's conveyed to people that are watching it and enjoy watching this lower key content, because I was talking to some friends earlier, and I just am not super involved in a lot of Minecraft content because they're aiming at children by being super loud, super enthusiastic, and that's fine if that's what they want to do. They want to get more views, and that's the audience they want to follow. But I don't know. I want something that like my friends and I would watch and enjoy. So I think that this is fun. Pretty happy with what we've done so far. I think it's a different twist on things too, because I mean probably by now in a lot of Let's Plays that are edited down, you would see that they've already got a house or whatever, and I just am taking it nice and slow. There's lots of creepers out here. I don't like that. But I think that it's a little more enjoyable to not make it feel like a race and just kind of go with the flow a little bit. I definitely should put some doors on the house, though. Might be worth doing that right away, actually. But we know I won't do that. That would make too much sense. Me on fire in my own house. That's pretty poor etiquette, I would say. Let's check. Are there any creepers about? Hopefully not. There's this spider, though. He's looking at me funny. You guys saw it. But there we go. I think I'm running a little low on coal. I guess there's a good amount. Oh, these two have more. It might make sense to do some organizational stuff after we get a floor down. I know you can like make upgraded chests with more space. That might just be what we do for our very first like level of organization and storage, because like I said, I don't want to get too bogged down trying to figure it out right now, but there's some really cool stuff you can do later into the game by automating some storage processes and things like that. So I think that'll be pretty neat. Okay, now we have these full blocks. I'm not gonna use this pick for right now. Let's do that. Okay. See, I told you that placing the whole blocks goes way faster than the stairs. I wasn't lying. But I still managed to misplace them because I'm clearly an expert at this game. But I'm thinking we're gonna get the roof done this episode. That's my goal. Get the roof done. Get the frame of the house done. We can say, hey, we have a livable space that we can start doing some other, perhaps more interesting things and get learning about some of the other mods that we haven't really approached. It might be worth going to the Nether and stuff, because I would like to sort of complete that quest tree with the normal line of quests, you know, so going to the Nether is necessary to get to the end, even though, to be honest with you, I don't usually enjoy the Nether. I mean, I know that's the point, is it's supposed to look like hell, but I don't know. It just always seems stressful. I don't know. That's not what I enjoy. Okay, let's go ahead and... Do I have a shovel? I don't have a shovel. I definitely am gonna do some stuff on the sides of the house as far as decorating, or not decorating necessarily, but like designing the eaves. So this is not how it's gonna look forever, but I think that this color combo looks good. I really like it, actually. It kind of gives it like a, I don't know, like a tar shingle roof kind of feel. So I think that's kind of neat. Let me do... Just wanted to clear out another slot because I know a lot of this is done. Okay, what do we want? Let's do half a stack of just the bricks. And then that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Then make some of these as well. Could have done that more efficiently, but again, that's not what this series is about. I think it would be cool, you know, since I have this, you know, sort of endless forever world now to, you know, really get into some interesting redstone projects. I feel like I've always seen, you know, like, oh, I built a computer in Minecraft or whatever. Like, I don't know if I want to go that crazy with it, but I think it would be cool to definitely explore what I can come up with, because I feel like I have kind of a mindset for design that would be cool to see what I come up with. Let's see here. Perfect. Oh, of course, we're just one block short, but I think this looks really good. Like, the texture turned out nice. I know it's like not super uniform, but that's kind of the point, so I think it's good. Maybe it makes sense to do like a little doorway thing. I'll show you what I'm thinking here. Oops. And then do that. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks good to have just a little bit of an entryway on the outside like that. And we're gonna do the similar thing over here, I think. I know this is a wider doorway, but pretty similar. How I'm thinking about doing this. Let's see here. Cool. I think that looks really good. I think that when I add the greenery, it's gonna really start to pop and look really cool. So let's grind out the rest of the roof. But first, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're so back. All right. The sun is setting a little bit, but that's whatever. Let me start by breaking that guy. That's not what I was expecting. Okay. We're just gonna have to go up there, aren't we? Let me put that there. Okay. Then again, this is gonna be a little bit of a different section of the roof, and I'm gonna come back to that at the end of this whole process. So I almost jumped off, didn't I? Is that the wandering trader I hear? Or you know what? I feel like I heard some and then some han. We're gonna sleep real quick because I'm not trying to be out here with all the ghosts and the ghouls. Cool. Okay. We're getting up here. I am going to eat. Okay. We're gonna lock in right now and just blow through this process. As I immediately switch to a different block and do something else for a second. I think I'm gonna fill this in. I think it's gonna make, not only is it gonna make my life a lot easier, but it's gonna look better too on the inside when this gets finished. That's awesome. I cannot stay on the roof. You know, I did roof a building once, but I did not fall off that roof. Luckily, that would have probably resulted in a larger injury. I did hit my finger with the hammer a couple times though, and yes, it hurt the first time, but I'll tell you what, hitting it the second time, that really hurt. Does this match? Is this correct? I don't feel like this pattern is correct. I guess it is. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was off by one. Off by one errors are my enemy. Okay. That's fine. This is just kind of a weird spot. It might actually work or make more sense to work top to bottom. Well, that's not what I meant to do. We're gonna patch this up. Okay, and then that's gonna have to be full blocks. And so we'll do that like this. Something I am going to have to, I'm just gonna leave this to figure out after, because I think it's going to be a little higher and come out a little different than the other chunk. What can I do with this? I'm trying to find, this is too many things. This is not the right way to do this. Of course, it's going to be at the back of, it's literally at 33 out of 36. Awesome. Not even gonna, okay. Deep slate. We're gonna make like this many. Is that an acceptable amount? That feels reasonable. Well, I messed up already, guys. Thankfully, those errors are relatively easy to correct. I think that this series is illustrating to me sort of how inefficient I am when playing this game. Like, I definitely going about this kind of slowly, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. After all, this is meant to be sort of a relaxing break from, you know, other parts of my life that are not as relaxing, you know. So I don't think that is inherently a bad thing. And this is where we're going to put that. Guys, I promise it's gonna come together here. You just gotta believe. Are you a believer? You know, I was telling one of my friends that I decided to start making this series, and he's asking me, he's like, so what do you talk about? And now I'm really thinking, what do I talk about? I feel like I'm sort of making up the most random conversation. I'm sort of not used to this style of content where it's just me sort of speaking into the void. So it feels a little weird talking like into the camera and not really getting any feedback from like another person, like that they're out there and that they hear what I'm saying. That's a little bizarre. So maybe that's a good reason to start streaming this. Just if anyone out there wants to watch it live, they could, and then also it'll make me feel like I'm actually talking to a person in a real-time situation. Let's see here. And then what is that? Those are stairs. We decided on stairs for the top. Cool. No. It's a bummer. This is a long way to fall down, so I'm going to try not to do that, even though I will certainly fall again. Yeah, I think I won't say unfortunately, but I definitely am going to have to figure out, that's totally the wrong tool, how I want to design this. I never did figure out what this is actually called. If anyone knows, I'm still curious what this kind of like outcropping in the roof is called. So let me know if you can figure it out, because I'd love to know. I'm thinking maybe I feel like a slab would look good. Like, let's do that actually. Yeah, I think I think that's correct. I think that's gonna look good. Time to do that same thing on the other side, and then it'll start to come together a little more coherently, because right now it looks a little square, just having that right there like that. Okay, break this guy. Probably should do this block here. That way I can... Dang it. I'm wondering if I'm gonna run out blocks. I don't think so. Hopefully not, at least. I don't know. If we gotta go back down there, that's fine. We can grab, like, a lot of blocks pretty quickly, so it's not the end of the world, but I'm not trying to just needlessly head down there over and over if I don't have to. I guess this is a good practice in trying to estimate how many blocks I'll need. It might be worth in the future actually doing the math, figuring it out, to be honest. Let's see how this looks. I'm excited to figure that out before. I think that's gonna look good. This, don't worry, I know this looks kind of ugly right now, but I'm gonna fix the front so it'll look not bad. Actually, why don't I just do that real quick? We can get a feel for that, and then I will sleep because the sun is setting. I'm gonna also do this. Oh no, those are whole blocks. That's not even what I meant to place. I meant to place the stairs here. That would be pretty ugly, I think. Okay. Well, is that gonna look correct? We'll see. Let me back up and think about. I can't even see. I gotta sleep real quick. I think I do want to figure out a way to add some sort of like trim on the outside of the roof. I'm not sure what that'll actually look like, but we'll have to figure that part out. I think that will look good. What I'm envisioning in my head is starting to make sense to me, so I'm gonna roll with it and let's see what happens. Yeah, let's go up here. Of course, I made the like one of those roofs you just can't really walk around on super easily because I wanted to make my life more difficult. Then we'll bring this out like that. And then, okay. Cool. Let's take a peek at that. Yeah, I think that, oh, I missed one. I will fix that real quick. But I think that's gonna look good. I'm thinking I'm gonna put logs on this inner frame right here, in addition to some of that other texturing, and I think that it's gonna give the house a lot better feel than it has right now. It kind of looks a little brutal with the black roof, but we're gonna have to lighten it up a little bit with other decor because I don't want it to feel dark and eerie and bleak, and that's sort of the vibe that I'm getting at this moment. But I think that with some good design choices, we can definitely put a more positive twist on the feel that this building gives off. No, I can never actually catch those, can I? Not good enough at this game. Simply bad. Okay, did that one even fall? Fair enough. This is actually my first time using OBS to get like a face cam on it, on the feed, so let me know if you have any advice on little things that could be improved about the recording setup, because I'm sort of new to recording in this kind of context, so there's probably things that I'm just totally oblivious to that could be improved, so I'd be eager to know what people say. Yeah, apart from wanting to have like a really authentic feel, I kind of just also hate video editing. So I feel like I found a type of content for me that works because I don't have to edit videos. And I know that some people are into it, but to me it doesn't feel fun. It feels tedious, and I feel like I'm always fighting the tools I'm using. Again, that's probably just because I don't know the tools well enough, but it's definitely not fun for me. And with this, I pretty much just hit like record and stop record, and then I'm done. Like it doesn't take much more effort than that for me as far as the editing process goes. Maybe in the future we'll get like a little intro or something, but I'm not worried about that right now. I'd rather just have fun and take the stress of the production side of things off of myself and just make something fun. We're gonna do this here because I do want this to kind of be an unusual part, or not unusual, but I don't want it to quite blend in with the rest of the roof. Like, what about this? Does this make sense? What's happening right here? I think it'll make sense. That feels pretty bad right there. I don't like that at all, actually. Maybe I'm going about that not quite correctly. Let me look in my reference image here. Okay, so it's just a little... How could I do this better? Okay, there we go. We actually caught one for once. Here's what I'm thinking. Can we do this? No, that's not what I want. I want to do something like that. I don't, but I'm not really doing a very good job of articulating what I'm trying to do, but you're just gonna have to trust me that it makes sense in my brain. Maybe these videos will be a good exercise in being a better speaker and speaking a little more impromptu without being so lost all the time. Not to say that I'm lost when I'm speaking normally, but can definitely find a little bit more appreciation for streamers and stuff like that are able to just talk off the dome for hours and hours and seemingly not run out of things to say. That's definitely a skill set that I gotta practice. I don't know if I'm making a horrible mistake in how this looks or what, but that's definitely not good. Let's think about this. That's crazy looking. Maybe slabs would be the right thing. Let me think about this. Let's take a step back and get a little bit of a different viewing angle. It's kind of hard to see with the sun. I think what needs to happen is I need to bring, yes, this, I'm getting it now. I'm figuring it out. Yes, I just needed to bring it down a layer. And then that's what needed to happen. Okay, and then this is gonna have to be this way. No, that's, do we end up with a weird, wait a second, how did I do that on the other side? Here, I gotta fix whatever's happening up here. I guess there's gonna be, I don't like what's happening there. How did I get rid of that one? Is, I guess that's just gonna have to be visible, which isn't a big deal, but it could be better. And we've got 2 here. That's not what I wanted to do, even. Is this even what I'm trying to do? I don't know. I might have to come back to this little part after I've got a better feel for the right. Oh, that is so not what I meant to do. I did it again. We're gonna put up a counter every time that I've done that. Just kidding. That sounds like that would take editing, and we know we don't want to do that these days, since Gage's last grave mistake of using the ultimine or util mine. There we go. Looks good as new. It was always like that. Everyone knows that. That looks really bad for the time being. I'm just gonna have to deal with that. But I think now is the time to get more wood. And I'm going to make a wood or a iron axe. Cool. Do I have food to eat? I sure do. Cool. Yes, we've got quite the forest over here now. Dude, we've actually got bees. I might leave that tree alone. I'd like to figure out the bees. I know there's a more in-depth bee mod, and there's with all sorts of other kinds of bees that aren't in vanilla, but also just vanilla bees are never really something I've messed around with. I don't really understand. I honestly just don't really know much about them in general. I know you can get honey from them, but I don't really know what's that what that would be used for besides like honey blocks. So it's sort of a mystery to me. Oh, are we out of space? We sure are. I should go put some of this in my inventory. Or not my inventory, my chest. Okay, what are we looking at? We're looking at over a stack of logs. I think that's pretty decent. And to reforest the area. So much for not putting a bunch of oak trees here. But resistant nightshade, that sounds bad. Yep. Unsurprisingly, that gave me poison. I poisoned myself. Maybe that'll be this episode's title. I poisoned myself. Night of the Living Poison. Okay. Let's finish out the side here. That's our goal. We're gonna close off these big areas. We can fix the roofs and some of the fine tuning things next episode, but I want to enclose the shell of the house and get to doing some of the interesting texture stuff. So we don't have to watch me fall off the roof anymore, hopefully. Is that... Let's see, can I make some more? Okay. I definitely am going to still fall off the roof though, because I gotta like fix the eaves and stuff, but I want to do that after I've figured this little bit of the roof out, because I don't know what it's gonna look like, so I want to get that figured out. Hopefully this berry doesn't poison me. This is how ancient people just had to figure it out. They just had to eat things and be like, do I get poisoned? Nope, I didn't die. Oh, this other thing, that killed Tom. So don't eat the things that kill Tom. I wonder if other people plan out their builds a little more. Like, they probably do for large things, but like, am I going into this with a little plan about like the dimensions? Like, I feel like when I built that rectangle a couple episodes ago, I kind of just like was like, oh, I guess that feels right, but like I had no real idea of whether or not that was going to be sufficient or if it was odd or even. I kind of just ended up with what I got on accident. Okay, we're pretty much closed in. Let me grab glass. Oh my goodness. This is all terribly over full. Let's just see, what can I put in here? What will it take out of my inventory? Nothing? Okay. Well, at least not that much. Okay. There definitely should be windows and things on this side, because maybe I say round, but you can't quite do round stuff in this game. But considering this is even, like, I think a window up there would definitely be good. Like 2 round windows that's definitely what I'm gonna do. I think that's gonna look really cool. Okay. Okay, let's look at the front of the house. I think that looks pretty good, minus this part. I know I need to refine that. I'm gonna have to come back to it, I think, because I'm just not loving that. But let's figure out the doors. I know there's a lot of door options, so maybe for now, though, just because it's what we have, we might have to go with oak. Wow, there's a lot of... How do you make these things? You need a workbench. How do you make one of these? A workbench? We'll do chipped. That's incredibly unhelpful. Workbench. What's that from? Quantum helmet. I don't even... That is unapproachable at this time. That doesn't even look like what I'm trying to do. What is this? There is furniture in this, which I think will give the interior a pretty nice feel when we figure that out. It's probably pretty easy to make. Okay, you need a constructing. Okay, we're getting too far in the weeds right now. We gotta figure this out. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make doors for here. I know this is not... I should have not made this only 3 blocks wide. But we're going to try... We could make the fence out of... or the hedge real quick. That might have to be next episode, but we have a shell of a building. I think that this is a good spot to maybe call it. Let's take a peek here. I think if I frame in my backyard here with those things, and then we start shearing those trees, we're gonna get some really good material to start decorating it and fleshing out the house, because as of right now, it definitely is... It's a building, but it's kind of ugly. But I'm pretty confident that we'll make something that doesn't look terrible eventually. What is this? Oh, clear grid. Okay. Oh, well, that's not quite what I meant to do, but we're gonna make another chest because I'm running out of space. Putting those things in there. Cool. All right. Yeah, I think that's a good spot to call it for right now. But like I said, we have an enclosed building. We're going to start decorating and doing some more interesting things on the next episode. But thanks again for making it this far in the video. I'm really enjoying this content and I want to keep making it. So let's go ahead and call it a day here. But we will be back in the next episode to do some more decor stuff. So thanks for watching.